It's nearly 6:30. It's time to join the BBC's news teams where you are. Goodbye.
You're watching Tuesday's Look North. Tonight, the week from hell for Metro bosses, as the Tyne and Wear Metro is paralysed for the 10th day because of cable thieves. Thousands are affected yet again.
I don't know what the solve of the problem might be, but they're getting away with it. As simple as that.
A mother's tears as she's handed a portrait of her soldier son who died in Afghanistan. ToryBoy the Movie, a revealing and humorous documentary about Middlesbrough's MP, is premiered this evening. He died in a helicopter crash 3 months ago. Today, he's honoured for his work promoting tourism in Cumbria.
In sport, with the latest on Sunderland's efforts in the transfer market and why these fierce West Cumbrian rivals are joining forces in Whitehaven tonight.
A cheap publicity stunt from a bitter loser, or a revealing documentary that casts a new light on one of the country's longest-serving MPs. Well, filmmaker John Walsh believes his latest project, ToryBoy the Movie, will forever change the way people view the serving Middlesbrough MP, Sir Stuart Bell. Walsh, a former lifelong Labour supporter, made the film about his unsuccessful bid to become the town's Conservative MP. The film has been premiered this evening in the town's cinema, from where Stuart Winkup joins us now. Stuart.
Well, alongside the big-name Hollywood blockbusters, the likes of X-Men and Kung Fu Panda 2, the more unlikely story of last year's general election campaign in Middlesbrough. Now, MPs are pretty robust characters. They're used to a bit of stick, a bit of criticism, but few could have ever featured in a film made by one of their bitterest rivals. Knighted for services to Parliament, Sir Stuart Bell is one of the country's longest-serving MPs. After 30 years in politics, he's faced controversy and criticism, but nothing like this.
Do you know who this is?
No.
You don't recognise that face,
No.
right? Doesn't look at all familiar to you?
No.
Would you be surprised to know he's been the MP around here for nearly 30 years?
No. Unless he comes when I'm not here, but I've never seen him. I really haven't, no.
John Walsh was a lifelong Labour supporter who changed parties before the election and was heavily beaten when he stood against Stuart Bell. But he denies being a bitter loser.
I thought Stuart Bell was like the Alex Ferguson of politics because on paper, very popular. He's been in 7 times now. So when we started to find out that he hasn't held surgeries for 15 years, he doesn't respond to correspondence, he has no constituency office, so he has no real presence in the town.
The film also claims Sir Stuart spends much of his time living in Paris, to the detriment of his constituents here.
We're here looking for Stuart Bell, or at least some trace of Sir Stuart Bell MP. Connaissez-vous Sir Stuart Bell? No. No? No? Sir Stuart Bell?
But supporters of Sir Stuart say the claims have no foundation, and the film is nothing more than a cheap publicity stunt.
It's cheap headline grabbing, that's exactly what I think it is. As I said, the people in Middlesbrough spoke, and the Tory boy was nowhere in the election. He actually embarrassed some of his other challenges as well. I can never see Middlesbrough electing a Tory MP, whether he calls himself a Tory boy for a laugh or anything else for that matter.
Sir Stuart wasn't available for interview, but he has always said he doesn't hold open constituency surgeries after he was attacked during them. And his supporters say if he was really as bad as he's portrayed in the film, the people of Middlesbrough would have kicked him out, and he wouldn't have been elected on 7 occasions. Well, the premiere is still taking place behind these doors. You see, no expense has been spared. The red carpet has been rolled out. Now, John Walsh says this film cost him £50,000 of his own money. Now, the Labour group said that money would have been far better spent if he documented the real problems the Tory party had caused in towns like Middlesbrough. I think you call that mixed reviews. Back to you.
I think you do, Stuart. Thanks very much. Well, still to come on Look North tonight, the millionth Cash Guy rolls off the production.